Postie build for Make-A-Wish Foundation. This is the head stem bearings. I'm just going to do a quick one on this before I get onto the fun stuff of putting everything back together. I've punched out the old cones for the old bearings, and I've put in the new ones. Make sure that the taper comes out so the bearings slide in. So it will sit in like that, tape it in. I've punched the new ones in, I've put some grease, I've packed the bearings with some grease. One bearing has a bigger inside diameter and the other one has a smaller one. See, the bigger one will slide down to here. The smaller one will only come to there's a ridge here, it will only come down to there. So that's how you tell which one's your top and bottom one. I might see if I can get this in by hand. Okay, so we're going to put this head triple clamps or head stem back together. I've got the bearing sitting right down there now. It's all greased up. Goes in, obviously from the bottom up. Comes out. Now I've actually got the bearing sitting in here, a little bit of grease and this under this black plastic cup. And there's a washer in there as well, which came out. There was a rubber O-ring in there for the original bearings and a few other bits and pieces that I don't think you need. They just sort of get in the way. I find with the rubber, it doesn't really sit down properly and lock up. So move that off and just one washer on top of that. You can start to screw this down. There's a lot of thread to get to where we need to get to, so because I can. I just do this by hand. You can, it's got little lugs here that you can hit with the screwdriver or a punch or something, an hammer, without damaging them. I just find if you do it, give it a good bit of by hand. So that spins nice and freely there on the bearings. Don't want it too tight, but just tight enough. You don't want to get any play in it, mate. So when you put your front brake on, you don't want to clunk it, and as this is working around. So nice and firm, but don't go crazy on it. That's basically it for replacing the head stem bearings with the newer ones. I'll probably finish this video here because I'm pretty excited to get onto the rest of it, because I've got some cool bits and pieces I want to throw together. I've been busy polishing bits and pieces up that we can throw together. That's the top piece. I've polished up these. I will show you how I polish them up a bit in the next one. But yeah, basically that's it. I'll be putting the forks back in. I'm actually just waiting on the I've painted some bits and pieces for the centre stand to go on. I want to get them together and get the bike sitting upright before I start putting forks on, because I'm going to be putting them on upside down. I've got to take the top bite off to do it. Oil's going to be going everywhere, so I'll get that all painted up, back together, and do that probably another video. I went into a fair bit of detail when I pulled that apart, so it's just basically the reverse of it. And that's what I'll be referencing off. I'll be looking at that video and saying, okay, well, that was there. I've just thrown the swing arm back on. I've got some pretty cool shocks turned up for this. I've used them before on one of my bikes. I splashed out. I promised myself I wouldn't buy them because they're not too expensive, but I just thought we're doing, I'm going so much trouble with the rest of the bike. It'd be nice to have some decent forks on the back. The ones that I run, they're fully adjustable. So yeah, just be cool. So she's starting to take shape. I mean, it's got a long way to go still, but it's a bit of a turning point in the build where you can get you start and put things back together, which is I enjoy. Is the most enjoyable part of the build for me. Sanding and painting, not so much. Polishing steel, not so much. But playing with engines and putting things back together that are polished and painted is pretty cool for me. So enjoy it. So I'll probably do another video a bit later on tonight. We'll start putting these bits on, a few other little bits and pieces, and then the next one will be stripping down the motor and having a look at it, and basically trying to find what's wrong with it, what the noise is, what we can do. Yeah, it's a bit of fun for me. I enjoy working with the motors. I enjoy to find a problem when, you know, you see bits and pieces. Yeah. All right. Hope you're enjoying it. I love it. It's nothing better than sitting down here playing with Postie bikes. So now that I don't have to sand so much, it's even better. All right. Cheers. See you next time.